What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing and fighting. Now, in case you guys missed it, let me fill you guys in. Floyd Mayweather had a card yesterday on Showtime. It was a smaller card, but he had his Mayweather promotion fighters up against their respective opponents. Now, he did do an interview where he brought up a couple different things, or he talked about a few different things like Gennady Golovkin. He says basically all the legendary champions have moved up. Why hasn't Gennady Golovkin moved up to pursue bigger and better fights and more meaningful fights for his legacy? Amongst those things that he did talk about, he didn't sound too keen on fighting the Porter Thurman winner or even a Gennady Golovkin, as he feels maybe those guys have more to prove or not necessarily the right business move for him. He says he'll come back for 100 million or better, 9 figures or better. But one guy that he did show interest in fighting is Conor McGregor, who clearly fights in the UFC, which is a different discipline. Now, he says when asked about the fight with Conor McGregor, a potential fight, because there's obviously rumors circulating, does he feel a fight with Conor McGregor could happen? He says absolutely. He said the thing is, I'm my own boss and I can make my own decisions, so it's really up to him and his side, but he's definitely down to negotiate. He also goes on to say Conor McGregor is no pushover when it comes to fighting, and he thinks that a fight could be made, a crossover fight between a UFC fighter and a boxing fighter, especially on his end, because he is his own boss. And he says if you look at Conor McGregor's best victories, even though they're in the MMA and the UFC in general, that he's a stand-up fighter. So a boxing match could be made. He said he's not going to do MMA. It'd be a boxing match. So Dana White recently kind of shot down the rumors saying that they weren't true and he doesn't think it would happen based on Mayweather versus Pacquiao and how long the negotiations for that particular fight took. It was like a 5-year process or whatnot. I don't agree with Dana White on that. I think the whole fight could have been simplified if Pacquiao just agreed to the drug test, which Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, is clearly on record saying. You could search on YouTube. My dude Dante's Boxing Nation has the actual video from the Freddie Roach roundtable where they admit the negotiations falling apart initially, the very first, was their side because they didn't agree to the drug testing. And if you guys know your boxing, you'll know that they were saying, oh, Mayweather, because no one was doing drug testing, random blood and urine testing like that he wanted, the Olympic style. And they're saying Mayweather's not the commission. He doesn't make the rules. We'll just do the Nevada State Athletic Commission testing and that's it. He's not the A side. We make the same types of numbers on pay-per-view, etc. So if you guys want more on that, there's tons of things on the internet. You can research that. So I don't agree with Dana White for that reason. That's its own separate entity because, again, had Pacquiao and team agreed to the drug testing, then we probably could have seen the fight earlier. Anyway, back to this fight, Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Conor McGregor obviously heard or was passed on the information about what Floyd said about making a potential fight, and he had a very simple, on his verified account, very simple reply. Conor McGregor says on his verified Twitter, I run boxing. And as you can see, almost 16,000 tweets. So Conor's definitely popular. For me, I would love to see this fight. I don't know how entertaining it would be. I don't know how good Conor McGregor would do as more of a pure boxer with no ability to take it down to the ground or things like that. They're going to be different glove sizes because UFC uses different size gloves versus boxing. So the rules and parameters would be different. I don't know how he would fare, but I would see it. You know what I mean? I would definitely pay to see. This would obviously be a mega fight. You got arguably the two biggest, I don't even think it's arguable at this point, but the two biggest stars of each discipline, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Even in retirement, Floyd's big. Anything he says is news. Same thing with Conor McGregor. He says he's retiring and the internet broke and went berserk and there was a meltdown like, oh, is he retiring, when he got kicked off the latest UFC card in the Diaz rematch. So the guys mean business in terms of what they bring to their respective sports. So if somehow they can get this done for a boxing match, I would definitely pay for it, and I'm sure a lot of casuals would, so I think it would do good numbers. It's just all about the logistics. Where would it happen? Clearly in Vegas. Both fighters reside in Vegas now. Weight shouldn't be a big issue. Conor McGregor, even though he's pretty big, he's campaigned right around 145, 147. Same thing with Floyd. So those things would be pretty easy. It'd be really the split, and if I don't know how Conor McGregor would, if he would just accept the role of the B side and be like, okay, Floyd's clearly the A side. He has all the records for pay-per-views with his fights with De La Hoya, Canelo, and most recently Manny Pacquiao. So I don't know Conor McGregor if he could put his pride to the side and be like, hey, you know what, this guy really is the A side, because they're both outspoken, both brash, things like that. So they could bump heads as far as that's concerned. But I mean, hell, if they can do that, this would set history, because I don't ever remember a time where two guys kind of considered to be on the top of their game. Even though Conor McGregor lost his last fight, he lost via submission, which Mayweather is not a jiu-jitsu guy, you know what I mean? So this would be more of a boxing match. But I don't really remember. Like, the people that I seen cross over from boxing to MMA, vice versa, were really not big stars or guys who were considered past it, like James Toney and things like that. Let me know what you guys think. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Can it happen? Conor McGregor believes he runs boxing. Clearly, Floyd would disagree with that. He believes he runs boxing, and he's the A side, the creme de la creme. Let me know if you would pay money to see Mayweather versus McGregor. I think it could be a great fight, just because it'd be a spectacle, because you've seen what Pacquiao Mayweather was. Imagine having a great big UFC star with a big boxing star, and they both have similar personalities. Clearly, Conor McGregor has taken chapters out of the Mayweather playbook in terms of the trash talking, the flashy, flamboyant lifestyle, moving to Vegas, things like that. And he did what he did with it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.